Hey everybody, it's Jay, and it's time to talk about your Flair. On 15 Pieces of Flair, I'm going to show you guys some ways to spruce up that game room. Hey, I just got my new game room built, and I knew the first thing I needed in here was some new shelves. And I know most of you guys love the Kallax shelves, and that's understandable. Those are some good shelves. But I personally prefer custom built shelves. So, figured I'd knock two birds out with one stone here. One, show you guys how to make some custom shelves for whatever you need. And two, show you how to make a unique blue stain finish, like these ones here. So, let's check it out. For these shelves, we're gonna need a nice wide piece of wood. This is a 1x12. We're gonna need a circular saw, some sandpaper, blue t-shirt dye, polyurethane, an electric screwdriver, shelving brackets, small screws. We're also going to need a carpenter square, an electric sander, rubber gloves, a stainless steel bowl, very fine grit sandpaper, and a level. First, you need to measure your board to the length that you need, and then mark it on one side. Then, to get a perfect 45-degree angle, you use the carpenter square to measure the width of the board. Then you mark that exact length back on the opposite side of your original mark. Then you draw a straight line between the marks. After that, you'll carefully cut along that line with the circular saw. Be sure one piece of the board you're cutting is secured from falling, and keep a good grip on the other piece to secure it from falling also. For the next piece, since you've already got a 45-degree angle cut, all you'll need to do is cut straight across. Measure the length you need, mark a straight line, and cut along that line with your circular saw. Using your sandpaper, smooth out all of your edges and remove any blemishes on the wood. After a while, I upgraded to my electric power sander, so I suggest you just start with that if available. Then wipe down both pieces with a damp rag. Then, after you put on your rubber gloves, grab your stainless steel bowl, fill it with steaming hot water, and add your t-shirt dye. Then stir the water and dye together. Using a rag you don't mind being blue for the rest of its life, apply the blue stain to the wood, being sure to coat all edges completely. A technique I used for this project was to apply a thick layer of the stain, then just mop it up with the rag. Apply as many coats as you'd like, but I used 2 coats on these. Allow to dry completely. Overnight would probably be best. Then you can apply your polyurethane. Apply it to the top and all 4 sides. We'll get the bottom later. After that has completely dried, take the fine grit sandpaper, dunk it in some water, then lightly sand over where you already applied the polyurethane. Dry it with a napkin or a paper towel, then flip the boards over and apply a thick layer of polyurethane to the bottom. Be sure not to have any runs on the sides after application. While that is drying, you can hang your brackets. Using chalk, I marked where my shelf would reach and where my brackets would go. I suggest anchoring into your studs for a more secure shelf. For these particular brackets, I needed to install my top screw, then slide my bracket over the screw. Then using the level, you can align your bracket and install the bottom screw. After failing miserably on trying to install the drywall anchors, I decided to go with just screwing into the studs. But anyways, install the remaining brackets, being sure to use your level as you go to ensure everything is going to be level at the finish. After all the brackets are installed and your polyurethane is completely dry, you can apply your second coat to the top of the boards. Let that dry completely. Finally, you can place your boards on the brackets and fasten them using the small screws. Boom, there you have it. A quick and easy way to add some shelf flair, or would it be wall flair? Anyways, a good way to add some flair to that game room. Hey, if any of you guys have any suggestions on games or ideas you'd like me to make into some flair, leave them in the comments below. Or you could leave me a message on Twitter @halfhandicap. But best, you can go to my Facebook page, 15 Pieces of Flair with Jay Peak. Leave me a message on there. You might win something while you're there, like 3 people just did. Anyways, don't forget, 15 Pieces of Flair is the bare minimum. Some people choose to do more, and we encourage that. Have fun, everybody.